This is going to be an interesting video because I have no idea what I look like. I think you can see me. So if you're new to my channel and wondering why I'm working on a beach, it's because 3 years ago I decided to get in an RV, quit my desk job in Los Angeles, took off in the RV with savings and no idea what I was gonna do, but figured I would figure it out on the way. I found out about selling on Amazon from the Selling Family, which is a really great course, and I'll link it below. And they taught me how to sell, and I've been doing it ever since. So on today's Amazon video, I'm going to show you how I evaluate if I want to buy a product or not. How I make money is through retail arbitrage. So I buy products at regular stores like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Target, Walmart, and then I resell them on Amazon. I only am buying things that are going to make a profit. So these are the things I check to evaluate if a product is worth buying, how much to buy of it, as well as what happens when you send in a product and the price just tanks. Like, how can you avoid that? Because as a new seller, you obviously don't want to buy something that's just going to tank. You want to make a profit. When it comes to profit, I'm really just looking to make $5 minimum. Obviously, if I make more than that, that's awesome. But if I make $5 profit on an item, that's pretty good. So just real quick, when I'm talking profit, I'm talking about the money I make. So this is after the cost of the item, the Amazon fees, and the shipping to Amazon. At the end of all that, I still am left with $5. So I made the money back from whatever it cost plus $5. So what happens when I'm scanning something and I'm like, holy cow, this thing costs $8 and it's gonna make $40 profit? Like, that's amazing, right? You wanna buy it all? You gotta hold on. First thing you wanna do when that happens, that should shoot a little red flag and be like, let me check some things. So here's what I do when I run into that situation. Don't get me wrong, you will find items like that make really killer profit, but you wanna check first to make sure it's not just a fluke and you happen to scan it at this one time when Amazon was sold out, or well, for whatever reason, the price is high and it's normally not, all those kind of things. The first thing I look at is the kippah history. So it's just kippah.com and you put in the ASIN. If you have a kippah subscription, which is $15, it'll pull up the sales rank history. But even without it, the first thing you wanna look for is, was Amazon selling it? So normally if Amazon's selling it, the price is lower, but when they're sold out, the price will spike. If Amazon was selling it, it's not a deal breaker. I don't like to sell things that Amazon's selling because they will almost always give themselves the buy box, and the buy box is where the customer clicks add to cart. And if you're not in that buy box, then you're not going to be selling anything. If the kippah chart shows that Amazon used to sell it, as long as they've been sold out for about a month, then I'll usually still consider buying it. If they've just sold out, then I probably won't. And you can see on there if they've been sold out a lot or just a little bit. It's all that yellow shading. That's Amazon. If you do have a paid subscription, I highly recommend it. Then you can see the sales rank history. So if it's like a lot of ups and downs, that means basically when it sells, it goes down, but then the rank goes right back up. And it might not sell very consistently. So that's just another thing to look at. If it's kind of a consistent sales rank, like it's always at 90 or whatever the rank is, that's a good indicator. That's probably a good item. Okay, now speaking of sales rank is really important in deciding what to buy because it will tell you how often that item sells. I have a free download on my website, so if you just sign up for my email list, you'll get the download, which is a little PDF guide I made that just shows the ranks that I'm comfortable buying. And the reason I'm comfortable buying them is because they sell. So I use junglescout.com/estimator. And you can put in the item's rank and category and country, and it'll tell you about how many that sells a month. In my PDF guide, I break that all down in more detail on how to figure it out. But in essence, you can figure out how much an item will sell a month and then decide if that item is right for you. So if an item is $200,000 in toy, it's probably not selling. So even though it's great profit, how am I gonna make that money if it never sells? Another item I look for is how many sellers. So say an item is ranked 90,000, but there's 40 sellers on it. If Jungle Scout's saying it's only gonna sell 5 a month and you've got 40 other sellers, that's a lot of competition. And usually when there's a lot of competition, you can see what their prices are. And if they're kind of like, if you see like ones at 96 and 97 and 98, that means they're all dropping penny and it's just gonna keep doing that. So if it's a really hot item, like a toy that's ranked like 3,000, I don't care how many sellers are on it, that thing's gonna sell. But when it gets up into the higher sales ranks, you wanna just take a look at that and note it. Now, if there's no FBA sellers on it, and it's a great rank, and Amazon's not selling it, that's probably a win, and I'll probably buy that. I know it kind of seems like it's a lot of information all at once and you're like, I have to do this with every product, but trust me, as you're out there scanning, you'll get used to it. So like I can make this decision in 5 seconds now, whereas when you're starting, it might take a little bit longer. Another thing to consider when buying products is how widely available is it? If it's at Target and Walmart, that means anyone in the country can buy it, so you just want to consider that. If you're at a local, only in your state outlet store or discount store or whatever it is, then that's an added bonus because it's not widely available. You might be the only one who really sells that item, or you or whoever else happens to be in your city. So now when considering how many you want to buy of that item, in general, I test like 4 to 6, depending on how widely available it is. So if it's like at Walmart and I can go get it at any Walmart, then I'll usually test 4 to 6 of them, send it in, see how it goes, see if the price fluctuates. If it's at a discount store that I know, like grocery outlets only on the West Coast, then that it's still slightly widely available, but it's also one of those things that when it's gone, it's gone. So you can't replenish it as easily. And I have been known to go to grocery outlets all over the state and buy all that item. So you kind of get a feel for it, but definitely Jungle Scout with the sales estimator and the ranking and then how widely available it is, that really helps you understand how many you should buy. Alright, so I hope you could see me and I hope that was all clear and not too confusing. If you want to join my Facebook group where I'm answering questions like this, it's my BOLO group, so we're also have profitable item leads in there. It's just a really helpful resource to you if you're starting out and you need help figuring out what to buy. If you have any questions, you can get things in real time. I'm in there all the time to help answer any questions. The link is below to join that or get any of my ungating guides if you want to be ungated in grocery or topical or baby topical or feminine products or OTC, toys, brands like Star Wars, Mattel, Disney, Frozen, all that. Links to those guides are also below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to get out of your dead-end job or a job you hate or a job that's stressful, I highly recommend starting this on the side and getting it going so that you can quit. Because unlike me, I wish I would have started this when I had a desk job, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you here next week.